Samolia. So basically, I'm standing near the solar panel where we want to see about how these materials will be remaining the cooler, and as this the material will be looking into, you will be seeing about how that reflects on the solar light. So I'm standing near the solar panel, and that just absorbs with a large of the transformation energy from the light, and this results into the Sylvia water projects is setting all about. So basically, this is all about the materials that has the property and adding the colors with the pigments into the segments for the taking into the solutions for cooling of the activities. And with this, what was the areas that the passive PDRC, the PDRC, if we see about here, about this PDRC. So basically, this is like the material that is helpful for the solutions, and that can be used for the plants, buildings, and also for the vehicles, which is the results of the surface without the using of the electrical power. So we can be able to save a lot of the use of the color and around this, and for that it can be used on the buildings materials, and promoting that will be helpful for the conditioning of the air cooling methods. With this, there will be some paints that will be used for the PDRC for the solutioning, and that will be the white in the color, and that has mirrored about the solutioning about the UK activities for meeting about the solutions. And you can see the PDRC look for the color of the pigments into the solutions for defining and absorbing the specific wavelengths, and that reflects on what undesirable warming that can be helpful for the organization, and that reflects on the processes for activities achieving on the business colors and helping for the bubbles show colors surfaces, etc. So for this there will be using of the activities that will be surfacing about the solutions for into the business nature. So this way we can be able for achieving the CNRC solutions for building the iridescent and colorful frames for the solutioning and the pigments of the activities that will be useful. How that was being used that will be occurring on the solutioning, and that can help in promoting for the business activities that will be solutioning into the areas from the researching of the activities as well as creating for the cooling materials. So with the help of this you can see cooling activities will helpful for the cellulose into the solutions, and this could be helpful for creating of the solutions. So how does solar energy will be helpful, that will be used for the solutioning, and that will be the PDRC frames that will be made about a vibrant blue, green, red colors that will be useful for the sunlighting, and our 120 watts of the cooling for the powerful revivaling of the solutioning, and the residence of the air conditioning for the express of what was the research behind this. So basically, this was about the plasma cooling centers for servicing of the business solutioning, and you for what the people of the options will be incorporating in the PDRC and the cars and the business structures. And this way we can see about the sensors that was being developed for the solutioning experimental CNC solution ethyl cellulose. For example, of the color board of the PDRC can be helpful for the air car defense, the urban car, that will be some for the useful or incorporations of the detectors into the areas. And with this, the area article officers will be able for them for collecting into the solutions into the molecules for the air. So I'm standing near the air of services where most of the cars are kept. Here you can see. And if AC is used for heating for this purposes, then that will be definitely using lot of ACs, but that also will be generating CO2 emissions. So CO2 emissions, number of cars increasing the number of solutions for the CO2 emissions. See here, there are so many. So what we have a dedicated air cooling charging so activities available. But that will be a replica of the new activities that we are already launched. And the cold of that air conditioner can be relief for the temperatures soaring into the activities for the AC units that requires a lot of the energy, and also are the greenhouses gas or bus systems. So basically, when we see about a bus, a coal plus for the air solutioning was welcoming for the relief of the temperature, and that ACs were used for cooling, but ACs also releases the harmful effect, and that how the potential greenhouse gases is there that requires the lot of the energy. So for releasing into the energy that will be using for the lot of the energy, and for this there will be a solutioning for building of the activities that will be exposed into the solutions, and it's how the solutions will be helpful for the sunlighting activities and can be helpful in the textures and brightening of the solutioning for indecent of the business colors that will be solutioning for the activities and building of the structures as well as cooling for the external powers. So this how if just one so this how if the ACs is used here that will be creating a generation for the activities. See, I'm in the bus standing. If you use this air conditioning here, but that will be releasing the harmful impact. But that is not a sustainable. So there is a huge requirement of the new material that will be creating for the solutioning, and that will be eco-friendly with a lot of the colors for getting the cooler and sunlighting that will be passing on the radiations and indiscriminate colors that will be there, and that how buildings, cars, structures, and cooling of the required for the solution.